summary of where they think things stand right now, including when it comes to the SARS records. Says, quote, none of the bank records James Comer, the chairman, has released show any payments to President Biden. None of the SARS, the suspicious activity reports the committee reviewed, alleges or even suggests any potential misconduct by President Biden, nor do the SARS show any involvement by President Biden and Hunter Biden's financial or business relationships. Your response to that?
Yeah, well, I think that there's corroborating evidence, whether it's in emails where Hunter Biden was lamenting he paid half his money went to his father, and the bank records will show that, where Joe Biden, every time he's been asked by reporters about this, he's lied about it. If you've done nothing wrong, then why lie about it? And so the bank records are very important. There are foreign bank records. There's FBI documents that said that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden were bribed. The bank records will show whether or not that was true or false. And so that's why it's so important. And regardless, the American people deserve the truth. Did their president sell out their country to communist China or to Russia or Romania or Ukraine? And we saw Joe Biden literally brag on TV, in speeches, about the bribery in Ukraine going on. And getting Shokin fired. And so when you add all of it up together.
Let's talk about the Shokin thing. I want to talk about some foreign policy stuff, particularly some bipartisan work you're doing on Iran. But in terms of Shokin, in terms of the prosecutor, the timeline on that, as well as the Western community's alliance and backing of that decision, and some of the testimony your committee has received related to Shokin, including from one of Hunter Biden's associates who said they believe Burisma thought they had Shokin kind of under their control. It doesn't line up with the idea that this was some move that was made for Burisma.
Well, the bank records can help determine that. I mean, if we prove that bribery did happen, that $10 million was exchanged from Burisma executives to Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, the bank records would prove that out. So I don't know why there's resistance to showing the money. To me, that's confusing. And why would Joe Biden feel the need to lie about it if he was not involved? He lied about China. He lied about being on phone calls. He lied about being involved in his son's businesses or having any knowledge. And yet Hunter Biden was on all these airplane flights with his father, going to see his business executives. And Joe Biden doesn't know anything. Well, that's just a lie. So I think that those bank records will prove out who's telling the truth. Is it the whistleblowers or is it Joe Biden?
But the whistleblowers never explicitly alleged anything directly connected to President Biden.
Well, no, but we have more witnesses, more whistleblowers that are going to be coming forward. I want the bookkeeper. I want to bring Shokin. I want to subpoena Hunter Biden. I want to see Joe Biden's bank records to figure out who's telling the truth here, because somebody is lying.
And your view is the impeachment inquiry will give you more tools.
Yes.
And so that's why you support moving forward.
Right. So my understanding is that we would get access to Joe Biden's bank records, easier access to them to prove it out. So to see who's telling the truth.
One of the big questions